Yeah, no, I can do better than that. You see, I can't just make a shoe light up and then call it a mag, because all my friends are just gonna keep asking me,
but does it lace itself?
Yeah, that's where it gets a little tricky. The first idea is all about shifting air pressure from the heel into the laces, but that quickly turns into a bloated shoe, so we're scrapping that idea. This second idea uses nitinol wire, which is also known as muscle wire. This wire contracts when a current passes through it, which is ideal for this situation. However, exposed hot wire and fabric tends to lead to some fire footwear, but not in the way you want. The third idea comes straight from Tinker Hatfield's brain and Tiffany Beer's method of execution, which is simply a motor. So now we should know our main components. Of course, we're definitely going to need this motor to power the entire lacing mechanism, but also we're going to need this LED panel, 3 LEDs, a button to loosen the laces, a button to tighten the laces, a button to light the LEDs, a switch to power the mechanism, a battery to power the entire thing, and of course we're going to use an Arduino powered microchip. Lucky for me, I have a computer science friend that knows all about coding. Unlucky for me, he's never used that specific chip before.
Here's some tutorial videos.
Many tutorial videos later, I learned how to code the chip, and after weeks of experimentation with that code and different breadboard layouts, I soldered all the components. I designed the heel cup electrical housing in Cinema 4D, and 4 iterations later, I finally had a design I was pleased with. Now it's time to 3D print our design. I decided to use column supports and a solid raft to keep the piece stable during the printing process. It took 6.5 hours for each heel cup to print. This print is really easy to smooth with acetone and also sand, and I'm taking all those support layers out of it because we need to hollow out the inside. Now to paint the midsole and the heel piece with the same paint to give it one uniform look. For the LED panel, I just carved a spot on the midsole, 3D printed a thin PLA cover, and then popped it right in there. Now to sew the laces and hook it up to the motor carved out of the midsole. I'm using beading wire here, and I found it works way better than every other thing I've tried. After 6 months of planning and execution, I can finally say I'm done, and I am beyond happy with the final product. I've learned a ton just by doing this project. I've learned how to code in Arduino. I've learned that there's a lot more to lacing a shoe than I thought there was. And also I learned how to freeform design on Cinema 4D. As far as improvements in the future, if I were to redo this project, I would want to make the electronics more compact so I didn't have such a bulbous heel cap. Also, having a switch to activate and turn on the circuit seems to be quite cumbersome just because it takes a while for the code to start up. Thanks for checking out my mags, and make sure to follow me on Instagram for all future projects.